Hello, my fellow patriots. This is Alex with Disabled Vets Perspective, and I have a question. What the hell is going on out here? We have the absolute shit show going on in Afghanistan, and the more I'm watching this whole thing play out, it just about seems like our government has turned against its people. Weird, right? Well, apparently, over there in Afghanistan, we have Americans that are going to be discarded, not worried about, left behind. You can handle it. Well, you got the military all hemmed up in the at the airport. Not allowed to leave. You're not allowed to leave the airport. We don't need you going out there and doing nothing. But we have other countries that are going into the city and getting their people out. So it's an absolute shit on the American going on right now, and it's amazing to me to watch this unfold. I've never seen anything like it before. There was a day in the military where it was honorable if somebody was caught in a bad situation and your commanding officer said stand down, and you said, "I'm sorry, sir, I cannot do that," and you went forward and did your mission regardless of the consequence that you would face when you returned. I have absolutely done that myself. So I know it happened. And to watch this thing happening over in Afghanistan is just incredible to me. But another thing came to my attention today. A group of veterans that are highly trained, go-hard type veterans got together and went over to rescue allies that helped them pound the ground and suppress the enemy. These people are on death lists. They will be killed. Their families will be tortured, probably in front of them before they get killed. So they were going to be left to their own devices. And this group of veterans went over there to do the rescue. Now, they had a code name, they had a password, everything was set up so that they could do this mission quietly, get it done, slink out of there, don't look for recognition, not looking for medals or nothing. Their mission was called Pineapple Express, which refers to the tropical winds that come in over California just about every year. Warm air, high speed. So they went in hot and fast. Well, somehow their code word got out. So now everybody knows about the old Pineapple Express. And they know that these people were holding up their cell phones with a pineapple image on it so that they could be rescued because they knew they were part of that event. Who the hell gave out the password? Almost like they were trying to get these people killed. "Oh, you dare go against our administration? Well, we're going to make sure you don't do that again." So they gave away their password. The other thing is this list that was given to the Taliban. These are our enemy. They want Americans dead. They want us violently dead. They would like to see us tortured for as long as we stay awake until we die. They are not our friends. But this regime that has been placed in the government right now has given a list of the Americans and the allies that helped Americans. They've given this list to the Taliban. You have given the enemy a kill list. It's like a grocery list for these people. "Oh, we'll just check these two off today and we'll go tomorrow and get these two." The whole thing is absolutely gut-wrenching. Now, I still got a little fight left in me. I don't have a lot. I'm pretty physically broken. It's actually disgusting how deteriorated my body has become. But again, that's another subject, another set of chemicals injected into the body through forced jabs when I was in the military. So I have deteriorated, and I don't have a lot to give. But no matter how much I have to give, I would give all of it in order to save Americans. Because that's who I am. That's what I signed up for. My oath is still as good today as it was the day I swore. So I wouldn't hesitate if they said, we need you. I would just let them know, I don't have much to give, but everything I got left, I'll give. So count me in, and I'll do it. But this is insanity. We, basically today, the Taliban has told our administration, this is your last day for evacuation. You need to be gone. So the puppet that is in the office right now, or the potato head, mashed potato head, has basically said, oh, okay, we'll go ahead and clean up our stuff and we'll leave then. What about the rest of the Americans? And what about this group of veterans that is now basically on their kill list because they have gone against the regime? So the regime has made sure that their passwords and their mission has been exposed. This is some bullshit. This is tyranny. This government is absolutely rogue. They want Americans dead. They want us as weak as possible so that they can bring in their new world order, and I'm disgusted by it. But another thing that was brought to my attention yesterday, and I'm sorry for the rant on this video, but you know what? Sometimes if I don't get some of this out to y'all, and I'm just going to pop like a zit, and that gets pretty ugly. But my buddy Hondo, that follows my channel, sent me a video yesterday or so on my email, and it was an E6 type sergeant, Army, one each, female. And in this video, she says, if we get put under martial law, and you do not do what I tell you to do, I will draw down on you, and I will shoot you. Bitch, please. Just remember, some of us old Army bastards can still shoot too. So, first off, martial law is absolutely unconstitutional. So, if it happens, it means that they have foregone the Constitution, which also means there is no law of the land, which also means if there is no law, then all of us are welcome to become lawless. So if you think, God, I wish I knew her name and I would direct it right to her face. If you think that we go under martial law and it gives you free will to pull down your weapon on an American and pull that trigger, just remember, you better have qualified very, very well on that range, because some of us out here did. If I can see it, I can hit it. I don't miss. So if you are in this military and you are a snowflake subject to this modern generation of brainwashing and soy boy mentality, or girl, you remember this. If you come after us, American citizens, we will consider you enemy combatants and we will retaliate. Absolutely. It is not a threat. It is an absolute promise. So if this government that is illegitimate tells you that we are under martial law and it's time to lock up the dissidents, which are the people that are American-loving, constitutional Americans, if this regime tells you to act upon these orders, it is your obligation and your duty to disobey those orders. They are unlawful, they are illegal, and frankly, any commanding officer that gives you an order to take on Americans is subject to removal of their command, and they would fall under the articles of the Code of Military Justice. They would be subject to a military tribunal and potentially executed for treason. So remember that. And if you decide to come after Americans in uniform, if you are in uniform and you decide to use that power to come after Americans, you are also subject to military tribunal and execution for treason. Think about these things. If you are an E1 saying, well, I was just doing my duty, I was just doing what I was told, no, doesn't cut it. If you are given an illegal, unauthorized order, it is your obligation to disobey that order, period. Look it up. If you don't know your code of military justice, if you don't know the uniform code, if you don't know the Constitution, you better, by God, start learning it, because you will find yourself in a position where you will be subject to execution for treason. Think about these things. Now, I'm a 50-year-old man. I've already done all of my ground pounding. I've already done everything. So if I have to all of a sudden be brought back into a fight, do you think I'm going to be in a good mood about it? No, I don't think so. So that makes it even worse. The last thing you want to do is you want to piss off a bunch of old cranky veterans that would rather be left alone. And that makes them more dangerous than the newest high go hard trained soldier that you can find in the military. Because we don't want to be there anymore. We did our thing. We were done. We were able to walk away, and now we're relaxing, raising grandkids, and doing all that stuff that's supposed to be fun in life. So don't drag a bunch of cranky old men that don't want to fight back into a fight, because you'll lose. Because if we have to go back into a fight, it's going to be a nightmare, because we don't want to be there. So we're going to get there, we're going to finish that shit up as fast as we can, and then we're going to go back and hug the grandkids and go back into the comfort life. So a few things to think about. God bless America. What the hell has happened to it? We're losing it a little bit at a time, and if it starts to slip out of our fingers, we're going to come out swinging. And one of these days, I'm sure some son of a bitch that decides, oh, I'm a threat to society, is going to show up at my door, and, you know, everything's going to be on at that point. And it's insane to think that way. But you can't hide from them. What are you going to do, duck and cover? Whatever. But things are going south pretty fast in this country. We are about to abandon Americans, and the civilians, the retired veterans that are going in to try to save these Americans are being turned in to our regime so that they can be executed before they can accomplish their mission and potentially embarrass our regime. And, you know, got another thing that was brought up. The Blaze, what's his name? What's his name that runs the Blaze? He was going to send his own private plane over there. Already had it arranged. He was going to send a plane over. He was going to rescue Americans. He was going to send them to, I believe, I can't even remember where the hell he was going to send them. Damn it, I didn't keep that one in my head. But he was going to send them to a neutral territory so that they could be vetted and then potentially sent to the UK and to America for safety. Well, apparently our regime that's in charge right now called the ambassador that made this agreement with Glenn Beck. That's his name, Glenn Beck. Made the agreement with him. They called this son of a bitch and told him, do not accept any of these planes from Glenn Beck. What the hell is going on? There are attempts being made to save Americans, and they're being told to stand down. So it's almost like the regime that's in charge right now is handing our American citizens to the Taliban. Every chance that they have for rescue is being thwarted. Again, I ask, what the hell is going on? Somebody needs to get a grip on this shit. If you are a Republican, if you call yourself a constitutional Republican, an independent, or somebody that is not a liberal or a psychopath, you got to do something to get this stopped. Nobody is doing shit, but they're just talking. Even Jim Jordan. I've always kind of liked the guy's drive, but damn it, it's just talk. Nothing is being done to stop the overthrow of this country. And if you are complicit in the overthrow of the constitutional republic, then you are just as guilty as the people who are actually doing it. Somebody do something before this place erupts. And when it erupts, there's no putting that Pandora back in any box. It's over at that point. They're trying to turn the people that have gotten the prick against the people that haven't gotten the prick. They're doing pretty good at that. So they're already setting up balkanization. They're already setting up their tribes. So they know who's going to be fighting each other. But the fighting each other is only until they can break through that other line and come back at the people that are causing all this shit. So brace yourselves, because if this doesn't change, civil war is inevitable. But it won't be the civil war that I think that the regime is hoping for. It'll be more like the revolution. And we won't be just throwing tea overboard. We will be removing elected officials from their positions and changing this government according to the laws of the Constitution that we are authorized to do as American citizens. Now, again, something's got to change, but I don't want to keep wringing your ears out. It's disgusting to me. I've just about had it with it. I can't believe what I'm seeing. I can't believe we're leaving Americans behind. This is not in our creed. This isn't what we do. Unbelievable. But anyway, if y'all like what I have to say, make sure you hit that thumbs up on the way out the door. Tell your friends about me. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And pray for America, because good God, we're about to drop this thing like a hot potato and go somewhere we've never been before. But until next time, y'all, stay in the fight.